Shashepya, the hunter and the hunted. Shashepya seeks an adventurer who likes getting up close and personal. Hello there. I take it you've spoken with Rook Evu. Willing to lend a hand? Yes. I'm truly grateful. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Shashepya, and I have traveled far from my village, in the forests of Dawntrail, in search of a brave soul to help us retrieve our stolen treasure. For generations have my people watched over the Dreamleaf Cocoon, the vessel in which the power of the Swallowtail Taral Vidral is sealed. Before its ascension, the Swallowtail warded off would-be predators by assuming the form of more threatening butterflies. Oh no, not butterflies! Poisonous ones, and the like, through its skill at mimicry. So it survived day after day, summer after summer, until the dawn of its great new existence. It became capable of taking on the form of any creature which crossed its path. I have a bit of a phobia to butterflies, yes. So it survived day after day, summer after summer, until the dawn of its great new existence. It became capable of taking on the form of any creature which crossed its path. This fearsome power was sealed within the cocoon, and any who possess it command the self-same abilities. Indeed, the wielder too may assume the form of any manner of beast or man they've beheld. Yet this mimicry is not limited to merely physical forms. No, the wielder may replicate the talents and abilities of their target, so long as such actions fall within their ken, that is. In an instant, they may become a master of the hunt, a twin-blade wielding viper, or a savage brosh, with claws and fangs to gut whomever they please. It is this power which has protected my village from the predators of the forest. For though it grants many boons, the forest contains threats in equal measure. By donning the skins of its most formidable beasts, we've kept ourselves safe for generations. Without the cocoon, my village's very survival is at risk. That is why we have sent our foremost hunter, Itoka, to ensure it is reclaimed. She has never failed to capture her quarry, so I thought she would make short work of this ordeal. Yet there has been no word from her. I fear this may be a hunt she cannot undertake alone. It is for that reason I wish to enlist the aid of one familiar with the lay of the land beyond the Great Sea, and one whose prowess in close quarters would complement her expertise with the bow. One of the villagers ran into the thief before he fled, and said he intended to use the cocoon's power in Kugane. We go into Kugane? Which I understand is the name of a large settlement located far, far to the east. Please, for the sake of my home, set out for this eastern habitation, and assist Itoka with retrieving the cocoon. As long as you're willing to cover my teleportation expense, bro. Really? But funny. It's funny. But I do have 24 million gil. I like you, so I'm gonna say leave it to me. I got this. Your willingness to aid is most reassuring. You have my heartfelt thanks. Upon arriving in the eastern land, search for a Vieira woman carrying a bow and dressed in similar attire to myself. If you visit a tavern like this one, I dare say you may find someone who has seen her. It actually makes sense for me to go like this because I'm a monk. Once you've arrived in the eastern habitation, travel to a tavern such as this and ask if anyone has seen a woman matching Itoka's description. When you found her, I ask that you lend her your strength. A lass from Taral, was it? Sorry, can't help you. That reminds me though, I heard Taral has its own local variety of spirits called mezcal. Been meaning to taste it myself for an age now, but you've no idea how hard it is to get one's hands on a bottle of it here. Welcome to the Shiokaze hostelry. How may I serve you? You're searching for someone. As a matter of fact, I do distinctly remember seeing a Vieira woman of that description earlier. but I'm afraid I could not tell you where she may be now. A Vieira woman bearing a bow? Why, yes, I do recall such a person. It was hard not to notice her, really, given how she was peering at every little thing. If she came from the distant lands to the west, no doubt Kugane is quite the unusual sight for her. With any luck, she'll still be where I saw her, in the vicinity of the Aseki Seigumi barracks. This city is simply too large for me to cover alone. Perhaps it's time I return to home. Hi! Itoka? I've come to aid your search, Itoka. Oh, is that right? I'm grateful, but... why? We were told to help. I see. Shashepya always was a worrywart. Won't deny I appreciate the help, though. Ascertaining the whereabouts of the cocoon has been no easy task. I managed to secure room and board in this lodging after arriving in Kugane, and have been using it as a base to track down the thief ever since. I'll tell you all I know. According to an eyewitness from my village, the thief is a middle-aged Huron man. That's all we have to go on regarding his appearance. Yet so long as he possesses the cocoon, he can be anyone and anything. An elderly woman trapezing along the street, a child throwing a ball, mayhap even the dog chasing after it. Truth be told, I was nigh at wit's end trying to find him. That is, until I discovered that a series of unusual squabbles have been occurring around the city. After investigating these incidents, I found one commonality. The instigator in each case invariably had no recollection of the incident, let alone of inciting it. What's more, eerie accounts have begun to circulate amongst the residents. Some folk claim they've somehow been seen in two places at once. Based on all of this, I believe the thief's been using the Dreamweave cocoon to transform into innocence and spread discord throughout the city. Stands to reason we can find him by following the trail of chaos left in his wake, no? And yet, even should we apprehend him, in whatever form he's hidden himself within, there's nothing to stop him from feigning ignorance. Besides the secret remedy, of course, the recipe for an elixir which can forcibly remove the cocoon's enhancement has been passed down in my village for emergencies like this. I made sure to prepare a few vials before making the voyage here. I need simply throw the solution at the suspect, and the cocoon's weave of the mimicry will unfurl on the spot. That covers everything. Now, what say we see if there's any trouble afoot? The thief will undoubtedly not be far from it. Let me know when you're ready. We'll catch him together. Ready to set off, then? Perfect. I say we begin our search with the markets. I recall a great number of people gathering in the Rakuza district, I believe it was called. Rare are these days my people leave the shelter and bounty found beneath the forest's boughs. I was speechless when I first laid eyes on Tuliolal, a city with as many people as trees in the forest, and Kugane is no less dense. To think that all of this was wrought by mortal hands. Remarkable. My people have ever lived in harmony with nature, but that doesn't mean we condemn the ways of those who choose otherwise. In fact, in the brief time I've been exposed to settlements like this, I've come to see such places have their merits too. Look, you thieving whoreson! I told you this isn't enough! But sir, that cannot be right. I'm sure I gave you your change in full. Enough! Hand over my money or I'll take it by force. The customer is suspicious. Let's keep watching. But isn't it obvious? No one gets so worked up over a handful of coins unless they're looking for trouble. Reveal yourself, villain! thousand apologies, sir. I gravely miscalculated your change. I will return what you are owed immediately. I beg your forgiveness. I apologize for the disturbance. How dreadfully embarrassing. Well, a hunter doesn't quit after a single arrow misses its mark. Best not to dwell on what's done, and instead focus on our next course of action. Let's see how things fare on Kugane. Literally. I can't believe how impossibly vast it is. My jaw dropped when I first saw it. I could hardly fathom where the horizon ended and the sea began. Before arriving in Tuliolo, I'd imagined the sea to be merely a larger, saltier body of water than the lake back home. There we would race from shore to shore. To attempt the same here, I fear, would have fatal results. I'll cut you down where you stand, you lecherous lummox! I bet it's gonna be on the third time. Uh-oh. What is going on here? The big bloke yonder allegedly laid his hands on that grizzled fella's woman. Afraid this may come to blows. Calm yourself, man. I've not done what she claims. You dare add insult to injury by calling her a liar? Ignore him. I told you that pig defiled me. Cut him down this instant. Whoa. There is no truth in her words. Wherefore does she spout such rubbish? Kami, give me strength. Cut the bloody brute down already. Yes, not less than your head shall serve as penance for your crimes. Very well, let my blade prove my innocence. This girl's sus. It's her, right? Throw the potion. Yep. Oh man, was that really necessary? No matter, I was growing weary of this petty farce. It's time I moved on to bigger and better things. Oh. What? Oh, that's not fair. Catch the bird. Bard it. Bard it. You have a bow and arrow. Do it. Oh, no, you don't. Shoot. Let the arrow fly. No! Huh? LOL. That would have been too simple. The catfish was right there, bruh. How odd. My bow is more out of tune than I realized. Is she okay? Sweetheart! Is it really you? Oh, thank the Kami, you're safe. I wonder if, like, they made out or something, you know? Him and the other here. I found her lying unconscious in a nearby alleyway. She could only vaguely recall being attacked from behind before losing consciousness. So the villain knocked her out before assuming her visage, in a ploy to deceive her husband. I fell for the deception like a complete and utter fool. I do not even know how to begin to make amends. There are no amends to be made. You simply acted as any husband would. Due to your involvement, this matter was resolved without bloodshed. The Sekisei-gumi thank you. It is regrettable, however, that the villain managed to escape. A criminal who can change their shape at will is exceedingly dangerous. Know that the Sekisei-gumi will alert the populace to this menace and remain vigilant for any suspicious activity in the city. Let's return to my lodgings. I'd like to go over where we stand with our elusive quarry. As predicted, the thief has been using the cocoon's power of mimicry to incite conflict around the city. What he hopes to accomplish by doing so, however, is still unclear, and so long as he has this power, our sole means of tracking him remains the havoc left in his wake. A trying trail for any hunter, but I am heartened to have a warrior like you beside me as we tread it. We'll catch him together, and when we do, we'll mete out the justice he deserves, Zordia. A sea of blood, Itoka is eager to continue the hunt. Good to see you, Zordia, for better or for worse. I haven't heard about any unusual incidents in Kugane since our last altercation with the thief. There may be a reason for that. Do you remember when he claimed he was moving on to bigger and better things? If we're to catch him, we may have to expand the scope of our search beyond Kugane. I mean, I would have told you that, because he flew outside of the city. Yet he traveled all the way from Tyrol to this eastern land for a reason. And I can't imagine he'd go too far. Do you know of any other settlements nearby? The Ruby Sea is dotted with settlements. People live out in those waters? They're so vast. Where would we even begin? So the Bakufu has an outpost in the Ruby Price. That sounds like the perfect place to start. Let's make our way there and avail ourselves of the soldiers' intel. If anything out of the ordinary has occurred, no doubt they'll be aware of it. Shall we? Well, this is unexpected. What brings you to the Ruby Price? Dispute, strange you should ask. Not even a moon ago, the waters of the Ruby Sea were poised to turn a sanguinary shade. What? Please tell us everything. A Confederate skiff approached the Ruby Price without authorization, and its occupant hurling insult after insult in an obvious attempt to provoke us. We did not succumb to the provocations, however. After warning the vessel we'd fire if they drew an ilm closer, they withdrew without a word. However, should they attempt to provoke us again, we will not display the same level of restraint, and the roar of our cannons shall signal their comrades to rally in full force. The waters will flow red. Of that, there can be no doubt. Tensions run high. Not like this has ever occurred. I see. Thank you for the information. Might we speak privately? Based on the testimony just now, I gather there's an agreement in these waters that the Confederates are not to draw near the Ruby Price, guarded as it is by the Bakufu sentries. If that's the case, then as the soldier stated, I can only conclude that the vessel earlier was attempting to incite a dispute between the two factions, which fits the modus operandi of our quarry, wouldn't you say? Perhaps it was he who sailed here under the banner of the Confederates. Whatever the case may be, we have nothing but conjecture. We'll need solid evidence before we can alert the soldiers here to this threat. I doubt they'll heed our warnings otherwise. First, we need to verify if any members of the Confederacy actually approach the Ruby Price. Do you know where their base of operations can be found? Yes, I do. Over there. Sakazuki. Looks like it would be faster for us to swim there. Oh, we swim in instead of... Okay. What? Absolutely not. Not one of my Confederate brothers and sisters would approach the Ruby Price without authorization. Bakufu dogs must have concocted this baseless rumor to get a rise out of us. Oof. Any of your comrades sailed to the Ruby Price recently? The soldiers at the Ruby Price said that, did they? Pardon my language, but that's a load of shite. We have no interest in Hingan waters. If anything, I've seen their skiff encroaching on our territory of late. If you ask me, they're the ones thirsty for blood. There you are, Zordia. Listen to what this person has to say. The situation is more grave than we thought. I'm thankful you came, and not a moment too soon. Captain Rasho ain't been acting himself, you see. Normally where he goes, Tansui goes, but not today. He showed up just earlier by his lonesome and ordered us to gather as many heads as able to join him on the Isle of Beko to attend to some pressing business. Normally I'd oblige the captain without a moment of hesitation, but I had a feeling something weren't right. What matter of business? We're gonna set the Ruby Price ablaze, he said. The bloody Ruby Price! Tried speaking some sense into him, but he weren't a mind to listen. Walked off saying he has no need of craven need of a craven bastard like me. Look, I don't know what's gotten into the captain, but it can't be anything good. Please go to the Isle of Becco and stop him and me comrades before it's too late. This Rasho acting strange can't be a coincidence. We need to get to that island and quickly. Do you know the way? Got it. We've not a moment to waste. I hear voices. Seems they've gathered up ahead. Uh-oh, cutscene. Those scum think they can encroach on our territory and get away with it? I'll be damned if we let them. Tonight we lay siege to the ruby price and seize it for ourselves. But are you sure? If we do this, we won't be just starting a battle, we'll be starting a war. You've been acting strange, Captain. What's gotten into you? Silence! I didn't ask for your bloody opinion. Those lying dogs claimed it was us breaching the agreement. I say we give the bastards what they deserve. You're not welcome here. Begone if you value your lives. You're a terrible actor. What is the guy? This guy's just trying to cause chaos. You saw through my disguise once again. Don't tell me you count even a pirate captain among your acquaintances. Actually, we do. What are you trying to accomplish? Why incite such conflict wherever you go? Why? Sorry to disappoint you, but contrary to the passage of the Unbound's prattling about freeing the world from the tyranny of government, I have no grand designs. Really? This guy's just here to do whatever. I merely wish for everyone to show their true faces. Folk love to put on airs for sophistication and virtue, but push them towards the edge and their masks slip off to reveal the monsters underneath. They'll go for their neighbor's jugular to save their own skin. You've seen it yourselves. It's quite the spectacle. He's back to being the Hawk. We gotta be Hawkeye. Come on. It's always the Namazu. Why is the Namazu always there? Damn it! The winds are too strong! I mean, I could switch to Bard and... A man of 1,000 faces is a true menace indeed. We'll return to Onokoro forthwith to alert the captain. Rest assured the Confederacy will be keeping a close watch over the Ruby Sea. I didn't think for a moment he was an imposter, and the lies he spouted about the Bakufu soldiers were enough to make my blood boil. Just think what would have happened had you not been here to stop us. Kami bless you. All he wants is to expose people's so-called true faces. That he would use the cocoon for such a petty cause. Unthinkable. Let's return to Kugane for the time being. We're already, like, sus of her. Damn it all. I can't believe a bastard like that. Forgive me. I find myself more disgusted with that villain each time we see him. And to think all of this is driven by small-minded spite. From what I could gauge, he didn't fly towards Kugane during his escape. I believe he seeks a new settlement to terrorize. Now that the Confederacy and I are acquainted, I'll see if they can't help me sniff out his roost. No doubt where there's smoke, he'll be there stoking the fire. And I suppose I'll use this period to tend to my bow. Next time my arrow will fly true. Will it? Will it fly true, though? Wonderful, you're here! Ever since the incident in the Ruby Sea, I've kept a line of communication with the Confederacy, and they just reported something you'll be interested to hear. Apparently, a man impersonating the distinguished Lord of Doma was recently exposed. One of the Lord's retainers saw through the pretender's facade, while he was attempting to stir up trouble in the Domon Enclave. The imposter then reportedly transformed into a hawk and fled. Clearly our quarry now nests in Doma. I'd like to resume our hunt immediately, but I'm not sure where he may go after his failure in the Enclave. Do any locations come to mind? A town in Yansha called Namai, you say? That sounds promising. The extent of your knowledge is truly remarkable, Zordia. Then without further ado, let's make our way there and see if the residents have noticed any unusual activity. You try to pretend to be Hien?
Excuse me?
By the Kami's grace, our quaint village has not seen strife since the Imperials were ousted. There has been news, however, of a man impersonating Lord Hien at the Enclave. As I'm told, when Lord Hien voiced intentions to invade Nagsha, all present grew wary of the individual. None more so than Lady Yugiri, who saw through the farce immediately. Of course, let's go, Yugiri. After he was exposed, the villain fled the scene with haste. Unfortunately, efforts to find him have not borne fruit.
Have there been any quarrels of late? Why, yes, actually. Just the other day, the two of us were at each other's throats over a persimmon. She was only supposed to eat half, but she went and gobbled the whole thing. In the end, she purchased this one by way of apology, so I let bygones be bygones. What's that? This isn't the sort of quarrel you're speaking of. Doesn't seem like there's any problem here.
None of the residents I spoke with reported anything out of the ordinary. How did you fare? Then it seems the villain is not here. Where might he have gone?
Huh? What are you doing here? Oh, considerate farmer, my bad.
A friend of yours?
Don't hang your head like we're strangers. We met just moments ago, remember? You asked me how to reach the House of the Fierce? Good grief, lass. You're lost, aren't you? I can understand your embarrassment, but I'll tell you the way again. Listen carefully now. Follow the descending paths leading north out of the village until you see a small pond. Then simply dive in and swim. The House of the Fierce will be on the other side. Oh no! He's impersonating me!
Could he have impersonated you this time? This doesn't bode well. We must hurry. Much obliged, sir.
Uh-oh.
Just how far must we swim to reach this place? I dare say my days spent in the lakes back home are about to come in handy.
The rude.
My friends, it's come to my attention that the Khan of the Azan Steppes' mighty Oronir tribe conspires in the shadows to invade Doma.
What the heck? That is so unbelievable.
We must not give them the chance. Invasion would mean all-out war. There is only one solution, under the cover of darkness. We must assassinate the Khan. Only then, only with his death can this crisis be averted.
They're like, what?
They grow wary. Perhaps I should have observed my targets more carefully.
With all due respect, these allegations must be brought before Lord Hien. It's imperative we receive his instruction before acting.
That would be playing right into Oronir's hand. After all, an impersonator disguised as Lord Hien was but recently exposed. An Oronir spy, there can be no question. If the spy has fled, their whereabouts unknown, they could be anyone and anywhere, weaving new schemes even as we speak. Decisive action must be taken. That is why I came to you.
So the impersonation of Lord Hien was but a part of Oronir's grand scheme? Why would those who fought alongside us for Doma's liberation conspire to invade? Forgive me, but you do not seem yourself, Zordia. Something isn't right.
Because I am desperate. A shadow looms over Doma, and only with your help can I cast away its dark pall. Please lend me your strength.
Yo, if there was a dark pal, I would fight it myself, you know what I mean? Our honored friend, Zordia, risked life and limb to see Doma free, yet you address her with suspicion and doubt. If she says we must act first to prevent greater bloodshed, then we must act. It is true that she has never led us astray. Brothers and sisters, let us join hands with Zordia once more to drive back this shadow rising over Doma. No. What is the meaning of this?
It's that infernal Oronir spy. Quickly kill her before she can escape.
You sound nothing like me.
Your charade ends here.
It's you. Do they know him? Such persistent vermin. This guy. Shoot him! Or I'll switch to Bard and shoot him.
You're not getting away this time!
The Namazu are just big. Bruh. The fact that it's the same Namazu is great. Are you truly the foremost hunter of your village? The problem appears to be your aim, not the bow.
Ha! Pathetic! You're nothing like the other girl. What was her name? Ah yes, Itoka. She was fearsome, that one, right up until the moment I drove my blade into her back.
Itoka's dead?
What is this? Don't tell me you've been masquerading around as Itoka herself. After all, that would make you no better than me. Hiding behind the name of another won't erase the blame you bear for everything that happened.
Okay, explain yourself. Who the frickin' heck are you?
I'm sorry. I swear I'll explain everything to you later. For now, we should apprise these men and women of the situation.
Okay, I wasn't expecting Itoka to be dead. Does she feel guilty?
To think he can transform into anyone, a truly fearsome ability. I shall alert Lord Hien to this threat immediately.
Can I see Lord Hien?
Rest assured that all of Doma will be on alert. I was completely fooled. I've no words to express my shame. Upon speaking with you again, I realized that though the imposter assumed your guise, he had neither your spirit nor your grace. Forgive me. I will not fall for such a farce again.
Okay, now explain yourself.
Might I have a word? The man impersonating you earlier, I recognize his face anywhere. Without a doubt, he is Samidare, a childhood friend. You know him. Please, you must tell us everything. I have known Samidare nearly my entire life. We learned the shinobi arts together, you see. Roughly 25 years ago, we engaged in our first battle as proud ninja, defending Doma against the Empire's invasion. With every fiber in our body, we met their mighty Magitech with nimble ninjutsu. As if moved by our resolve, the mighty Auspice and Guardian of Doma, Tamamo Gozen, appeared on the field of battle to aid our cause.
Oh.
Yet our efforts were for naught. The Empire's might fell upon Doma like a hammer, and we were crushed beneath their overwhelming force. The occupation began soon thereafter, so too did my work from the shadows. While I devoted myself to resisting the Empire in secret, Samidare was conscripted to their army and forced to become an Imperial spy. I understand he served them well, fanning the flames of war in faraway lands through rumor and manipulation. Indeed, as far back as I can recall, Samidare has ever excelled in the skill of some subterfuge. It was only after the prisoner exchange that he returned to Doma at long last. But he was a changed man. He could find no joy or solace in the peace he once fought to secure for our nation. Instead, he sought to disrupt it. War has taught me the truth of this world. Civility is but a facade to hide man's savagery. And I'll prove it here, in dear, dear Doma. The fool I am, I thought he was jesting. Only later, when I discovered the web of lies he'd spun to turn folk against one another, did I realize he meant every word. I tried to confront him, but he fled Doma before I had the chance. Nevertheless, I searched his home afterwards and discovered a missive from an organization called the Passage of the Unbound. I have it with me here. Dear illustrious Samidare, we extend our deepest gratitude for your interest in joining the Passage of the Unbound. With each passing day, our secret order draws closer to its goals, and we shall require exceptional talent for what lies ahead. Bearing these in mind, we have decided to welcome you into our fold to celebrate the start of an auspicious future together. We invite you to meet your colleagues in Tuliolal and have enclosed your ticket within. Exceptional talent, exceptional ego, more like. This Passage of the Unbound kept a watchful eye on nations far and wide to recruit cutthroats like Samidare, who only follow their own desires. Upon his arrival in Tyrol, Samidare's ambition guided him to my home, where he stole the Dreamweave cocoon and set out to use it for its own twisted ends. I'm afraid that appears to be the way of it. In all likelihood, it is the passage of the Unbound which alerted him to this Dreamweave cocoon's existence. Today, Samidare attempted to incite war between Doma and the Azim Steppe by wearing the face of our dearest ally, you. Your timely appearance prevented the worst from happening, but so long as he can alter his form and face at will, who can say what tomorrow may bring? His years as a secret operative have made him a master at reading people. Should he decide to study his target before taking their form, I fear his schemes may not be discovered until it's already too late. Please be careful, and may the Kami bless and keep you. Attempting to find Samidare now would be a fruitless endeavor. He could be any bird in the sky or any beast roaming the wild. Let us return to Kugane. I'll reveal everything to you there. I'm grateful for your help today. Once again, I let our prey slip away. The only silver lining is that we know who he is now. But more importantly, I apologize for deceiving you. As Samidare said, I am not the greatest hunter in my home. I am not Itoka. I am Kuiki. I hail from the same village as Itoka. And I too am a hunter, but only in name. You've seen my aim for yourself. Yet most shameful of all is that it's my fault the Dreamweave cocoon was stolen. Normally, it is enshrined in the deepest recesses of our home. Only Itoka had leave to wield it. The forest provides shelter and sustenance to many, and not always share its bounty with our friendly. When great beasts threaten our home, the cocoon's power may be used to protect our lives. Yet I used it for my own foolish desires. I couldn't take it anymore. I was a hunter, yet could barely catch prey large enough to feed myself. I was forced to wash clothes, prepare meals, and tune bows. Just once, I wanted to be acknowledged. I wanted to feel pride. So I used the cocoon's power to transform myself into Itoka. With her dexterity and finesse, I finally caught prey befitting a true hunter. And as I carried my prize home, he appeared. I found him collapsed in the middle of a beaten path. I never had reason to mistrust someone before, so I approached to nurse his wounds. At the moment I drew close, he knocked the cocoon from my grasp and struck me unconscious. He was long gone by the time I awoke. I confessed my sin to the village elder, and in her boundless grace she forgave me. But I could not forgive myself. I left home that very eve in secret to pursue the thief, all the way to Kugane. After several days of fruitless scouring in the city, who should I see but Itoka? As our most exceptional hunter, it came as no surprise the elder had charged her with recovering the cocoon. She was astonished to see me, of course. I had told no one of my actions. I feared she would send me home, but when I expressed to her my shame, my anger, she consoled me and told me we would find the cocoon together. And I was certain we would, until the day that duplicitous bastard killed her. You appeared soon after her passing. I thought with someone as strong as you at my side, maybe, just maybe I could avenge her. So I lied. Like Samidare said, I'm no better than he is. I'm an imposter. But my desire to reclaim the cocoon is every bit as strong as Itoka's was. I'm so sorry for lying to you, Zordia. I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me and continue to aid me in reclaiming the Dreamweave cocoon. I had my suspicions, but I also had faith in you, and it's been rewarded. Thank you. I know with you at my side, I can keep my promise to Itoka. For now, I'll remain vigilant for any news regarding conflict in the region. Please do pay me a visit when you find a moment to spare. I'm counting on you.
Okay, cornered prey. Kuiki's brow is furrowed in an uncharacteristic unease.
Zordia, I'm so relieved to see you. I thought you might resent me for lying to you. that you might refuse to lend me your help again. I'd certainly be hard-pressed to reclaim the cocoon alone in this foreign land. I truly meant what I said before. I'm counting on you. Though I'm ashamed to admit it. When I first arrived here, I was nearly swindled out of an heirloom by a talking catfish.
Of course it was the catfish. That's why he keeps getting almost hit.
I've been scouring the city for a shop to pawn my choker, so I could secure room and board, you see, when the catfish approached me, claiming it'd buy the necklace for a fair price, offered me a handful of coins that glittered like gold. I was about to accept the offer when Itoka appeared. In mere moments, she discerned that the catfish's currency was counterfeit, and ended the transaction then and there. She dragged me to the markets afterwards and pawned her own necklace to secure lodgings for the both of us. From the moment she arrived, Itoka took care of everything. What I'm trying to say is, I can't do anything on my own. I'm reckless and impulsive, and I'm just really glad to have you by my side.
I'm not used to Zordia's hair yet.
It's been some time, my friends. Pray forgive my sudden visit, but I come bearing urgent tidings.
Ah, we spoke with you at the House of the Fierce. What brings you all this way?
I was able to make contact with Samidare. I told him I was willing to make amends and join my oldest friend in exposing the lies in people's hearts. He responded most eagerly and bade me meet him in secret.
Wait, really? Did he say where?
Aye, Hell's Lid. I had a mind to lay an ambush for him, but not knowing the extent of the power he wields, I thought it best to seek help. And so I came here to beg your aid, Zordia. Your strength and valor are unequaled, and we cannot apprehend Samidare without you.
We may never get another chance to catch him unawares like this. There's no time to lose.
Wait! Forgive me for speaking plain, Huntress, but I fear we would only be a hindrance to Zordia when the fighting begins. Let us go to Hell's Lid by skiff and meet her after the villain is subdued.
Okay, this is kind of sus.
Oh, I take your point. You're right. Without us there to distract her, Zordia can focus wholeheartedly on the battle. Sorry, would you mind going it alone? We'll be there as soon as we can.
Is this not sus? You see no signs of Samidare. Perhaps his lair is further ahead. So you still will see no signs of Samidare, but feel an unsettling presence. Oh no! Oh wait, what? Huh? Oh, hello. Samidare, it's nowhere to be found. This is not to do. There is not to do but to await your companion's arrival.
Hey, you alright? I came as soon as... Oh, is the battle over already? Where is Samidare?
I was ambushed by a group of Red Kogin. I was attacked, but not by Samidare.
What? So this was a trap? Wait! Over there!
What? Oh no. Really? Registration is withdrawn, why? What happened? Why was it withdrawn? Again, it's been withdrawn. We're never getting into Juno, man.
Thank goodness, I made it.
After all that time I spent in that old Kogin shell convincing his underlings to attack you, my blade was mere ilms from the skin of your back. Alas, a meticulous plan gone to waste. It seems I underestimated your strength and the failed huntress's tenacity. I dare say I'm outmatched, and no common beast I might mimic can stand against you. Contemplate your deaths with more care, more rigor. Look forward to our next meeting.
Okay, aim and then fire. Aim and then fire. Do it. Or not. Oh, okay, she's not. Okay, never mind. Yeah, just relax. It's good.
Forgive me. Needed to catch my breath. Samidare's friend was the villain himself. As soon as the skiff made it to the open sea, he threw me overboard. I damn near had to swim like a fish to make it here in time. He's made me into a fool again. He waylaid me before using a similar ruse. By the time I figured what was what, Itoka was already... I always wondered how a craven like Samidare was able to kill her, our greatest hunter, and now I know. When Itoka felt the blade in her back and turned to see the face of her killer, she saw me.
Oh, that's sad.
I'm glad that I was able to prevent history from repeating itself. I don't want to lose you too. Ahem, we should return to Kugane. Samidare may have planted more than one trap for us here. I fear the worst as it rushed to reach you. The moment Samidare was in sight, I charged without thinking, which, in retrospect, was probably for the best. Had I tried to shoot him from afar with my bow, I might have missed. Or worse yet, hit you instead. In any case, I'm just relieved you're safe. I promise to be more wary from now on, particularly of familiar faces. It hardly needs saying, but remember to keep your guard up as well. For now, I'll resume my efforts to gather information about Samidare's whereabouts. You'll be the first to know once I have a lead.
Imposter syndrome. Oh, look! It's relatable. Kuiki seems to be on edge.
Good to see you, Zordia. Or should I say, Samidare?
Oh my gosh, please?
There's only one way to be sure. I need you to tell me something only you and I would know. When I used the cocoon to take on Itoka's form, what creature did I hunt?
I don't know. You never told me.
It's really you!
How do you know he wouldn't say that?
Phew, that's a relief. Indeed, I never told you that my arrow struck a great wild boar, a prize for any hunter. Samidare is the only one who ever saw it. Sorry to doubt you, but I could think of no better way to expose him if he'd attempted to impersonate you again.
Actually, that was pretty smart. Okay, I give you credit for that, Kuiki.
I have to remain vigilant after all, even though no news of his plots has reached me as of late. From here to Yansha, people are on alert for a many-faced agitator within their midst. And not even a stray cat is beyond scrutiny. While Samidare can no longer act so brazenly, I'm afraid this means his trail's gone cold. We also have another problem. When he pushed me into the Ruby Sea, the remedy I carried was soaked in salt water. I'm afraid it's no longer effective, of course. No doubt his plan from the start was to eliminate the one means we had of undoing the cocoon's mimicry. We're at a disadvantage too great to ignore, which is why I intend to synthesize a new batch. I was just about to go procure the necessary ingredients from the supplier when you arrived. Why don't you join me?
Sure. As long as the supplier isn't Samidare in disguise.
I've never heard of such materials. Where are they found? Deep in the forests of Taral, a land beyond the Great Sea, and far, far to the west of here. Taral? I'm, afraid my supply chain does not extend quite that far.
We could start today.
I feared as much. It doesn't help that the materials can only be harvested when the season is right. Even were I to return home now, I doubt I could find what we need. We've no choice but to give up on the remedy. I'm sorry. Now we're at the mercy of Samidare's cunning.
Hello there. Tell me, have you any salves that might ease my aching back?
Are we gonna find, like, an alternative?
Sir, this isn't the apothecary. Where are your spectacles?
Oh, yes. How could I forget?
Nice spectacles, dude. Is that Ardbert's hair?
Much better. Sometimes I forget that I'm as blind as a bat without these. Forgive me, Shirokashi.
Wait. Does Kuiki have bad eyesight? Is that why she's not a good hunter? And then we give her glasses, and then she's got like she's good aim? Is that what's happening right now? Is that why we're showing glasses?
Excuse me, but do those bits of glass covering your eyes help you see better?
Well, yes. Are you unfamiliar with spectacles?
I've seen folk wearing them before, but I always thought they were decorative, like my choker.
I mean, to be fair, I did want decorative glasses before I needed glasses, and then before I got LASIK, so I get it.
Tell me, where can I procure a pair of my own?
Yamabuki is your man. He has a breadth of artisan contacts who'll ensure you receive a pair fine-tuned to your specification. You'll find his shop on this very street.
I'll look for him. Thank you. I'm sorry. You must be completely bewildered. I thought a failure of a hunter like me would never be able to aid you in battle, but I've just come to realize there's hope yet. But let's not crowd this stall any longer. Care to join me over there?
Are you telling me everything's been blurry this entire time? I mean, to be fair, I didn't know I needed glasses until I needed glasses.
Ever since I was a child, I've had trouble seeing things from afar. That's why my aim with the bow is so poor. I'm not fit to be a hunter, never was. It's only natural that chores like washing sheets and preparing meals fell to me.
We're getting you glasses, girl.
But I always yearned to do more, to be more. I've looked up to Itoka ever since I can remember. No matter how hard I tried, I simply couldn't give up my own dream. I had to be just like her. So I begged her to teach me everything she knew, from the basics of drawing a bow to precise aiming techniques that few hunters use. Yet despite all her efforts, my sight failed me where it counted most. All my life, I thought this was simply how nature intended for me to be. I was content to accept my lot, but now I know spectacles may improve my eyesight. I feel hope. If I could just try them, mayhap my arrows would fire true. I could join in you in battle, and maybe even strike down Samidare with my own arrow. We may have lost the remedy, but this would give us an element of surprise. So I have to try on spectacles for myself.
I'm going to have to.
All right, let's go meet this Yamabuki. I wonder what procuring a pair of spectacles entails.
A pair of spectacles, is it? I can certainly get you an order in the pipeline, but I'm afraid there'll be a wait. I'm fresh out of supplies, you see, and the next shipment is due for a number of weeks. Of course, if you're in a rush, you could roll up your sleeves and get the materials yourself. All you need is the glossy shell of an azure hawksbill and a cluster of Arland quartz. Bring them here and my affiliates can begin work immediately.
Who knows what schemes Samidare might contrive should we let down our chase for weeks? Would you be willing to lend me a hand with procuring the materials? If we split up, we should be able to gather them in the blink of an eye.
Sure.
Quite the eager pair, I see. In that case, I dare say you'll be able to negotiate with the Blue Kogin for a carapace of splendid quality.
I visited Tamimizu during my investigations in the Ruby Sea. I'll handle the shell.
That leaves you with the Arland quartz. Pray look for cavern Showl Rock in the Ruby Sea. Sprinkle some glittering gravel to lure a Showl Iwamushi from its lair within, and retrieve a cluster from its shell.
Sure, I can do that. Totes my goats.
Let's meet back here when we're finished.
You're the first to return. I trust you have the quartz in hand. Excellent. This will make for a fine pair of lenses. Now we need only wait for your friend.
I'm back.
Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, what? Hello?
Sorry. Didn't mean to alarm you like that. I spoke with the Kogin of the Blue as planned, but soon learned that hawksbill shells have been sparse of late. They were reluctant to part with a single one. I was able to wear them down, though, until they proposed an exchange. If I dealt with the Red Kogin who invaded their fishing grounds, they'd spare a shell. I knew my bow would be useless, so I took a leaf out of Zordia's book and fought him up close and personal. As you can see, I took quite the beating, but so did they.
I'm surprised you're not dead.
I may be a little worse for wear, but the trouble was worth it. I have the shell as promised, and with it your associates can get started.
Indeed they can. Let us first measure your eyesight, and then they can get to work.
This is incredible. Everything is so vivid.
Dude, I remember my first time putting on glasses and then my first time wearing contacts for the first time. It is night and day. And then when you get LASIK, bro, it's like your entire world was a lie. Cute.
Why, I'm sure I could hit a bird over the horizon. Come, Zordia. I want to fire some test shots at the sign over there.
Hold on, that seems like a fine way to earn the ire of the Sekisei Gumi. I'll prepare some targets for you. Let's move somewhere less crowded.
Heh, of course. Thank you for going to the trouble.
Oh, these are the targets. I always wondered about these. Cute. Oh no, the shadows are off because I turned down the shadows. Heck yeah, let's go. Dude, look at the sunset. Jeez, to be fair, she was able to freaking almost hit the bird without glasses. Hell yeah. Let's go. We are ready to shoot you down.
I did it! I really did it! After all these years, my aim is true. When we find Samidare, he won't know what hit him.
Literally. Well, he'll know because an arrow would hit him.
I don't know if I can properly describe this feeling to you. After so long, I don't feel like someone pretending to be a hunter. Finally, I don't feel like a burden. As soon as I catch even a whiff of Samidare's trail, we stop him for good. When that moment arrives, please lend me your strength for one last time. Together we'll retrieve the cocoon and return it to my village.
A hunter true. Koiki is eager to discuss new developments with you.
Your timing could not have been more impeccable, Zordia. A person claiming to be an acquaintance of yours stopped by just moments ago, wishing to have a word about Samidare, no less. They're presently waiting in my room, so give me just a moment and I'll bring them here.
Who is it? Oh my gosh! Serena!
You look well, Zordia. Forgive me for eschewing pleasantries, but there is an urgent matter I wish to discuss.
When we first met in Reunion, what did you purchase at the market? What did we eat the night before our trial in Bardam's Meadow?
Ah, I believe we feasted on gulo meat. You and Hien competed to see who could bring back the Greater Hall. It would seem you too have grown wary of imposters. Then we can proceed straight to the heart of the matter. You appeared in Mole Ilo a few days ago, claiming Hien had been driven to madness, that he was assembling an army in Doma with plans to conquer the Azam Steppe.
That is not like Hien at all.
For a blessing, we'd already received word from a Doman envoy that an agitator was mimicking others, and saw the ruse for what it was. Unfortunately, when we attempted to capture them, the impostor transformed into a sheep and disappeared among the bands grazing on the plains. When I informed our friends in Doma of the incident, I was told you have been using Kugane as a base to track down the perpetrator, and thought it best I apprise you of this happening. Samidare, he won't relent. His schemes won't end until we make them end. You may discover a clue as to his whereabouts in Reunion. If anyone in the steppe has seen him, that is where they will be. Now I must alert the other tribes to this threat. May the winds speed your way.
Thank you, Serena. It's nice to see you.
Off to the Azam Steppe then, with any luck. Someone in Reunion will have insight to offer.
I completely changed your accent there. My bad.
Meow, 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 meow. Conflict is forbidden in Reunion. This is known. As for my tribe, all is at peace. I heard a rumor of interest, however. It seems Magni of the Orinir has been behaving strangely of late. Perhaps that is related to the matter you are investigating. Oh no. Someone's stirring up trouble? A quarrel among the tribes is as common as the rising sun. Not a day goes by without it. Now if you will excuse me, I have goods to sell. Kindly continue your inquiries elsewhere. Conflict? Not besides the normal quarrels between tribes. Certainly no disputes on the scale you speak of. But I have heard rumors that Magni has been sneaking out from the Dawn Throne. Where could he be going, and to do what, I wonder?
Why did I not think it would be Magni? Oh my gosh.
Were you able to learn anything of interest? I've also heard the rumors pertaining to this Magni. One person even stated they saw him headed towards a place called Mardam's Metal not long ago. Mayhap his is the form Samidaria has chosen to take on. Whatever the case may be, we'll find the answer at Mardam's Metal. We can't allow Samidaria's depravities to go on any longer. Steel yourself, for when next we face him, we're putting an end to all of this. Good, you're ready. Once the battle begins, there's no telling which form Samidaria might take. An eminent warrior, a fearsome beast, or worse. He's also shown more scrupulous behavior in his preparations of late. Whatever his form, we would do best to assume that he has thoroughly studied its strengths, and will use them to full effect. Yet I'm not the feeble hunter I was before. Together with your martial might and my exacting eye, we will defeat him.
Is she wearing her glasses? I can't tell.
At long last, Itoka shall have her vengeance, and my village shall see the cocoon returned.
Oh no! No, this is not... Oh my gosh!
My beautiful bright sun, I would bask in your warmth till my flesh returns to the earth.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, Magni... Oh god. Magni's face!
Has the feral dog gone rabid? You speak these honeyed words to lure me into your cot, only to slit my throat as I sleep.
Hush, fool! I am your Nama. Though we've had our disagreements in the past, I've come to understand my actions were born of love.
This is not Sadu.
Yet only now that I am forced to wed do I realize this. Despite my shame, I wish to confess my feelings before it's too late.
Wed? A Dotharli beast like you? To whom? To what?
This is amazing.
What? He and of Dome? Excuse me?
I will be betrayed. No, wait, no, excuse you? Sajid, no, this imposter is going too far. Okay?
Hien of Doma, by becoming kin, he seeks to leverage the influence of the Dotharl to claim dominion over the steppe.
No. Okay, we killing this guy. How dare he not only use Sadu, but then bring Hien's, bro, this is not a ship. This is, I do not allow this.
The Doma knows no shame.
Magni, please.
Very well. I will consider your proposal. Far-fetched though it may be, I cannot overlook the possibility that you are my Nama.
No! Magni!
But first, we must gather our warriors. The Domon's impudence cannot go unpunished. We march for Doma come the morrow's dawn.
Please, Magni, you must realize that this is... Bruh. How dare you use her face? That is not Sadu. That is not your moon.
You! What are you doing here?
Is it not obvious they are spies of Doma, come to quash any thought of resistance? You must kill them.
Quickly! Oh my gosh, we're fighting Magni. If this was Sadu, Sadu would fight us. She would not go to Magni.
But she is the Kugane.
Oh. Damn! Magni one shot with a frickin' bro. Magni, please. Magni definitely thinks with his pants on his brain, true.
You two are quite the persistent pair. I'd hoped to strike at your backs from the shadows, but now you've forced my hand. I will select from my repertoire of the greatest warriors I've witnessed, and use their strength to give you the death you so crave.
I swear, if you transform into Hien, I swear, Unbound, Silver Tongue Samidare. This guy is going down.
Beginning with her!
Sadu? I thought... Oh, the audacity of this... Wow.
How dare you! When my arrow pierces your breast, Itoka will finally know peace.
Aww. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm taking
back what you stole.
Take it if you dare from the hands of Itoka herself. With its artifact, her mastery is mine to wield.
And you're still gonna lose. Do I...
Even her command over beasts now come forth and swarm my foes.
Thunderswarm. Excuse me? Girl, she's like dying.
Crush them!
Ow.
There's so many, but I can bury them in a volley of arrows.
Thanks, Squeaky.
Stubborn fools, very well. I shall borrow the might of that brutish Oronir.
Oh, we're gonna fight. Magni?
You will scuttle about no more.
Ah, what the fudge?
I can't move.
Now deliver the coup de grace with the Dawntrail devil. Not if you will remain.
Hey, that's awesome, Hoppy. You made it just in time. Wait.
Damn you! So be it, I will assume her form.
Wait.
Tremble before the might auspice Tamamo Gozen.
I have this mount. I don't know how I'm supposed to tremble. Oh, great. Oh, I messed up. We are in ads. Sorry about the ads, guys. Ninefold curse.
Such power! I shall drink deep of the ambient aether and rend you to ash!
Wait, no. Hello?
Such baleful energy. We'll be in trouble if we don't do anything.
Okay. Well. Oh, there's one more? Oof. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Well, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We got this. Oof. I didn't see that other one.
Matters not, so long as I have this power, my victory is assured.
Is it though? Is it though? I did that out of order. Out of order. Two Tailsword's ears? Oh! Is he dead? Ads are gonna end in 33 seconds.
No!
Shoot it! Shoot! Shoot him! You got this, girl! You have the glasses to do it. Let's go. Shoot him! Shoot him! Happy birthday, Hayden. She got this. She got this. Hell yeah. Woo! Oh, and he falls to the ground. From that height? Damn. Damn. Wait, it hit his wing. Oh, his... Is he... No, he's still alive. You did it! Heck yeah!
Itoka, it's finally done.
Magni, are you good?
What am I doing here? Feel as though I've just woken from the strangest dream.
Oh man.
Well, you see... This coward cur assaulted you from behind and knocked you unconscious.
Yeah, take care of him, Agni.
You have shown the sun disgrace this day. You will feel his scorn impressed upon your flesh. You shall forget the warmth of his radiance. In the shadows you will scream, yet none will hear. Prepare yourself.
Oh my god. I would be afraid. No! Oh my god. I'm really gonna enjoy these role quests.
Death would have been too good a fate for him. He deserves to spend the rest of his days feeling the weight of his crimes. Now we've honored Itoka's memory and claimed the cocoon. No words can express my gratitude, Zordia. I can finally go home, but my community awaits our foremost hunter's triumphant return. What expression will come over their faces when the village disgrace arrives instead? I don't know if I can bear to see.
No, don't pretend to be her. You're not the village disgrace anymore. You are the one who shot him, so like...
Our journey to reclaim the dream we've cocooned has come to an end at long last. Would that I could return home in high spirits. As I recall, you said Shashepia is the one who requested your help, yes? Let us make the journey back to Tuliolal and report to her all that has happened. You're back. Were you able to retrieve the dream we've cocooned? Itoka isn't with you.
Oh, well, we have... I'm so sorry.
Koiki! Thank goodness you're alive! May her soul rest in the cocoon's embrace. I can't believe Itoka is gone. Yes, our village's greatest hunter is lost to us, while its greatest failure survives.
Not with those glasses! You're gonna be the next great thing, girl.
Here, take the cocoon back where it belongs. Home. I have no right to return.
Don't be ridiculous!
You're a child of the forest. You are our dear sister. You can always come home. The entire village has been worried sick about you. We all saw how crestfallen you were. So when you suddenly disappeared, we feared you took your life. For 3 days and 3 nights, we scoured land and water to find you. Yet look at you now, Koiki. Not only are you hale and whole, but you have reclaimed the cocoon too. I'm sure that Itoka's spirit, hunting in the forests above, is smiling down at you with pride. And she would much rather you take up her mantle and protect the village than wallow in guilt over her death.
True. Oh, this is a perfect, like, skyline.
Nothing escapes your gaze now, after all, isn't that right?
Aww.
Thank you, Shashepia. It's settled. You will return home with me, and finally our village can breathe a sigh of relief. And it would be remiss of me not to thank you properly, Zordia, for assisting Koiki in reclaiming the dream we've cocooned. You have my heartfelt gratitude. I was a little more than a liar and a hypocrite when we first met. But during our time together, I discovered that I'm so much more than that. That with the right tools, even I could become a hunter worthy of following in Itoka's footsteps. I am truly grateful to you for helping me see to that.
Like, literally see. But you found that out yourself.
Farewell for now, Zordia. I hope that one day our paths may cross again.
Oh my gosh. Heck yeah. Wait, you made that into a... Darlene! I didn't realize you made it into a command. Oh my god, wait, I need to watch that. No, but that is honestly how I feel. Or how I felt in that moment. My reaction was pretty hey, I could not, like, I could understand taking Hien's place, you know what I mean? But, like, getting 2 people that, you know, they're not a ship. That's not a thing. You've made it into a featured clip, Darlene.
The world aglow with fire and snow. More wars for gold. Look how we never change our ways. Is there hope for tomorrow?